Hello, whole ones, purple ones, and gray ones from all around the world. This is your girl Anadia, the purple prodigy, better recognize. And I'm here today to finally present my TS Purple Thought presentation and just going within a narration of my story, a part of my story of, going through my healing process and, taking a ride back to self and incorporating wholeness altogether within me. And the way I'm going to demonstrate it is I'm going to tell my story through visuals. So this is going to be a voiceover, and this is my TS intro. Little characters, little cartoon animated characters got going on all this, randomness, and this just really embodies parts of my wholeness and part of a little bit how I represent and things in that in the third. So I want to go ahead and click to the next slide. So I hope you, saying marinate, let this marinate all of this, and come on, let's go ahead. Here. Okay, and we are on slide one. And as you can see, it is a vehicle. It's purple skies, and it's just pavement, and the sky is reflecting onto the pavement. There is a unicorn on the left, and that embodies part of your cosmic self, part of your magic that you hold within you. And I was inspired to use this picture to describe the beginning start of my journey back to wholeness. The vehicle to me represents the vessel that my soul has resided and placed in to experience this universe and road experience. The full moon represents the ending of past cycles. And as you can see, the road is very open, it's very wide, very expansive. And it doesn't have a linear set path in this picture because this represents you paving your own lane and trusting yourself as you're trusting the divine. Having faith in the unseen. And the purple sky is a foreshadow of what's yet to come in the near future. This is slide two. This picture represents to me being in your own zone and finally being in a lane that resonates with you. And starting your path is far from easy. You're going to have your doubts, questions, uncertainty, discouragement, and feeling like you're all by yourself and that nobody understands, which are valid feelings, especially reminiscing past memories and relationships that seem familiar, but you know that deep down that those things didn't serve for your betterment, and that you strive for more and reciprocation. And you may not know all the details, but you know you're going to be okay. And understand that patience and timing is everything to help prepare you for the next stage. The different hues of colors in the sky represent vibrancy and constant transformations and symbolizes being on the right track on your journey and looking forward to what lies ahead next. The sun represents renewals, hope, and new beginnings. The city in the background represents old programming and your comfort zone, an egoistical assumption that your path somehow connects to the traditional path that everyone has walked but haven't gone nowhere but always at a dead end. This is slide 3. This slide represents silence and grievance. This is embodying the first stage of a deep reflection, a epiphany of why you went through so much pain, heartaches, and traumas. It's a still moment to listen to yourself, to give yourself a safe space to unpack your deep, suppressed, rageful emotions of being used, mishandled, and constantly taken advantage of. It's a consistent process to shed and release, which the rain represents, clearing the weight from other people's baggage and burdens to finally focus on you, to reprioritize the way you show up for people, including yourself, to start putting your mental health first and enforcing healthy boundaries, and to deprogram and detach from the false beliefs and generational curse patterns. This is slide 4. This picture piggybacks from the previous slide, and as you see the car stopping, that to me symbolizes rest, healing your nervous system, and taking breaks, because the journey to wholeness and doing the inner work can be a lot at times, be overwhelming, frustrating, and contain a lot of processing and energy. And being able to practice self-care, especially regarding your mental state, is highly needed and necessary to be able to listen to yourself from the divine in a clear-headed space, to learn from your past mistakes and traumas so you won't repeat them, and to also help evolve your mind to understand that you have the tools, infinite possibilities, and solutions to solve and alchemize your own problems. This is slide 5. This picture to me represents a huge metamorphic stage in your journey. As you see, the vehicle has changed into another form. It's a reflection of your evolution stage. And the consistency in the work you put in is paying off. You're not the same person that you were previously. Your growth is inevitable and limitless. And the two people in the vehicle symbolizes the divine connection of the mother and the father, God, goddess, that lives inside of you. The deep understanding that the divine is a omniversal, omnipresent, unlimited, multiversal force that lives within you, in everywhere and everything. It's the unconditional love, acceptance, and connection that you have with all parts of yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's the wholeness that's always a part of you and what helps to create and balance you. This is slide 6. This picture represents stepping into the unknown, the unseen, having your faith not just being tested, but being grounded in it as well. When everything around you looks like a chaotic hurricane, this is a phase when you will go through unexpected trials, tribulations, and challenges to help strengthen and prepare you, to help you understand your divine power in the midst of confusion, turmoil, and madness. The neon lights on the right side symbolizes reassurance from the divine that you are loved, guided, and supported, and protected through the storm. That you are never alone, and that there's light on the other side. This is slide 7. This picture represents going into the deep. It's where you're going to be confronted with the uncomfortable, ugliest, insecure parts of yourself that you consistently ignore and choose to turn away from. To go through this is to understand that these deepest parts of yourself that you suppress is because it didn't align with your survival need to people please, just to make ends meet, and to ignore confrontation just to keep the peace because it wasn't convenient for other people's benefit to misuse you, and to finally realize that them parts of you were a part of your wholeness and your superpower all along. That it was nothing wrong with you in the first place, in who you authentically are. It was something wrong with the people in a disturbingly toxic patriarchal colonial system convincing you otherwise. For power and control over your mind, body, and soul. The moon symbolizes a major death to the false beliefs of lack and limitations. This is slide 8. This picture represents the part of your journey where there are predators, monitoring spirits, karmic friends, family, and past lovers that sees the path you are on and where you are headed towards in your journey, lurking from the depths of the shadows, waiting to strategically plot their next move to enter or re-enter your space with deceptive smiles, hugs, and backhanded compliments. To prey, leech, and drain you. Manipulating and gaslighting and making it seem like that you are the one that needs them. Like they are your only support system and the only ones that truly understand you. Always making you the problem in everything, while whole time they are the spiritual leeches that are playing with your mind and emotions. Hiding behind certain titles in year-long spans of the relationship to solidify the false connection and to drain of your very essence and to throw you off the road and potentially destroy you in your light. Because going within is a detrimental and a danger to the very toxic system that they hold on to, that supports their toxicity, narcissism, wicked, trifling, predatory, sadistic behavior. The system protects them from accountability at all costs and fuels their limited egos and victim syndromes. That's why it's up to the power of self-awareness, of clocking past patterns, discernment of red flags, and the knowingness of your worth, power, invincibility, and value to help identify and name the pattern, to finally detach and create healthy boundaries to protect you in your sacred light. This is slide 9. This picture symbolizes clearer waters, the end of the storm, and entering new horizons. It's the recovery and reflecting period, processing and healing from the trials and tribulations you have been through. The fog to me represents emotional depth, and the tree represents grounding into your new self, into your wholeness, blossoming and going through another stage of metamorphosis. Being present and aware of yourself and the infinite power that you hold, and having a deeper, secure connection with God, Goddess, and the ancestors that live within you. Being ready and prepared for the next stage of your life, but not fully grasping what's next because the direction is unpredictable, but you have faith and trust that you are on the right track. This is slide 10. This picture to me represents the city of many distractions and temptations. A past belief that's still ingrained into you to think you need that same very toxic system of validation, access, and resources to help you on your path to wholeness and to push you on the traditional lane towards white success and being tricked and seduced by the pretty lights, aesthetics, and glamour of the city to put you back into the small box you broke out of. But you are in a completely different headspace. You know exactly who you are. You know what you bring to the table. You have a deep sense of awareness that all of the tools that you need is already inside of you. You are a limitless being with powerful potential. You realize that the city represents a past version of your consciousness that felt like you needed that space for survival, lack of knowledge, and following the footsteps of the previous generation for false reassurance from the lost society. But you have did the inner work, been through the storms, to hell and back, made peace and became friends with your demons, healed your inner child, expanded your mind to higher dimensions, and found you in the midst of all hell breaking loose, and always bounced back from every obstacle thrown at you, alchemized, learned, and turned it into wisdom. You are sovereign, whole in everything under the sun. The city has no bandwidth to hold all of you because you never needed the city all along. The city always needed you. So you go where you are celebrated and greatly appreciated. This is slide 11. This slide represents the collapse of the city, the complete and final end of an era of false belief systems, ideals, patterns, cycles, spells, and illusions. When you allow yourself to internally grow and evolve, everything outside of you is going to move accordingly and change as well. And the change is going to look very apocalyptic. as the city been built for centuries on the foundation of lies, colonization, deception, thievery, murder, narcissism, rape, manipulation, pedophilia, trafficking, and enslavement of wholeness. Harvesting the energies from the people and using it against them to maintain false power and control in a bootleg, lopsided, abominable, toxic, patriarchal bubble reality. It comes to a point that the toxic cycle must come to an end, and karmic retribution will be paid in full. And as the realm herself detox and replenishes herself back to her original state, everything that has contributed to that disgraceful system must end with it. For this realm to transition into a new cycle, into a brand new beginning. You soon to realize that heaven and hell are not places but a state of mind where you can alchemize from one state to the other. Being in your own heaven consciousness in the midst of everybody's hell. Collectively manifested as this city due to a lack of knowledge and staying comforted in their little boxes and being entertained with false illusions and theatrics. But what's not meant must fall. This is the complete detachment of what no longer serves you and a realignment of what's meant for you. This is slide 12. This slide represents home, unity, and community. This is the full circle moment that contributed into your journey back to wholeness and self-expansion and growth to align to your highest self and everything that connects to that frequency. The neon pyramid symbolizes getting back to your ancestral roots and indigenous practices. A sacred sanctuary with your divine tribe members to build in love, togetherness, and harmony. The ocean is what you always come back to. It's always a part of you. It's what you intake, inhale, and consume every day. It's where your primordial ancestors reside in. It represents the depth of you and the reflection of your sovereign journey back to self. It's where you are truly seen, heard, validated, and where you belong. You are the water, and the water is you. This is slide 13, the final slide. This picture embodies wholeness and the universe that lives within you. It's the full, complete connection to self and standing in who you are, which is cosmic, multidimensional energy. It's where your inner strength, beauty, and infinite potential hold space and resides in. It's God, Goddess, the Mother and the Father, your grandmother and grandfather, the ancestors, the Orishas, the archangels, the divine deities. It's everything and none. The highest to the deepest, chaos and order, ancient intelligence, imagination, activation, remembrance, and the inner representation of home, balance, and a piece of the divine, collectively having its own experience throughout the entire multiverse, living and existing in this present moment. It's what purple thought represents: the gift of wholeness, gratitude, and coming back home to you. It's Lalem Lalur Nation as the purple ones rise. I want to thank everybody that has tuned in with me presenting and demonstrating my journey to Purple Thought, and you know what I'm saying, taking the ride to really much understand everything that I have to share, and you know what I'm saying, explain in my own words, in my creative vision sense. And I want to shout out and thank you to Purple Oracle and the Deep Spacecraft for holding space for me and supporting and pouring into me and just allowing myself to heal and very much become more clear-headed and connected with community. And I'm just very grateful that I'm experiencing these beautiful times, you know, around beautiful souls and whole beings. And yes, like, this means everything and more to me. And pretty much, yes, this really much conducts my story towards Purple Thought and the way that I can really much explain to you in a sense like a PowerPoint like this. So I'm just like very honored to very much share with you guys. And yeah, it's like, yeah, I love all of y'all. Like, I appreciate all of the support, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everything, period. And I'm signing out, okay, from Lake Period. And I want y'all to have a gorgeous, beautiful, fruitful day, always and forever. Laylim, Layler Nation, Purple Ones, rise.